Well, there are new reports suggesting that President Obama may create a new Department of Jobs in Washington. That report coming after President Obama said at an event in Iowa yesterday that he would unveil a detailed jobs plan in September. Here's the president's pitch and Charles Krauthammer's response.
We know what to do. I'll be putting forward, when they come back in September, a very specific plan to boost the economy, to create jobs, and to control our deficit. And my attitude is, get it done.
Even today, after the gyrations of the market and after the downgrade and after the whole debate in the country on how we're going over a cliff on debt, all of a sudden he says, well, we're going to wait until September. If he has an idea, how about giving it? He hasn't, in the whole debate on the debt ceiling, he never once gave a plan. He never once, in fact, his Democrats in the Senate have not even issued a budget in 800 days, in 2 years.
Joining me now for a fair and balanced debate, Christopher Hahn, former aide to Senator Chuck Schumer and a Democratic strategist, and Lars Larson, a syndicated radio host. Guys, thanks for being here. Let me start with you, Chris, because, you know, Krauthammer comes out and says, why wait? Why are we waiting until September? Why do we have to wait until now at all?
Well, you know, I think the president's right that these guys need to be back in their districts and actually feeling the pain that their constituents are feeling right now. This Congress has been unwilling to do anything to create jobs and help this economy. All they think that they have to do is cut the deficit, which makes no sense right now. Sure, it's a problem. It's something that needs to be fixed long term. But right now we need jobs in this country, and focusing on the debt ceiling as they did and holding it hostage was not going to do that. The president's going to make proposals in September. The do-nothing Tea Party terrorists in the House of Representatives are going to reject it, and we'll be back to where we were.
Here comes the rhetoric.
They don't want to see growth in America.
Here comes the terrorist rhetoric, which, by the way, we have a segment on in 1 hour. Let me ask you this, Lars. The president has come out and said, this is more and more, you know, on the record to media. He's getting a strategy out there that he's going to send this jobs package to Congress next month. He's going to ask the lawmakers to pass it, including in the GOP-controlled House. And if they don't, he's going to campaign against them on some of the talking points we just heard from Chris, that they're a do-nothing Congress that's obstructing his attempt to create jobs.
This is all politics, and it's not going to do any good. Maybe you should create a department of clues so that somebody could get him a clue about what this country needs. Not only why is he waiting till September, why have we waited 2.5 years? Jobs was the #1 issue for America when he took over 2.5 years ago. He's done nothing about it. He focused his attention on passing a health care plan that, if anything, has destroyed jobs, created uncertainty for business owners. Megan, this is crazy. There are simple things that could be done, and Chris is wrong. Going to districts and feeling pain, that's what Clinton did. You don't need to feel pain. They know exactly what's going on in those districts.
I think that these guys...
No, Chris, listen, Chris.
These guys have never been in the House of Representatives before.
Chris,
they need to go back and find out what's really going on in their districts.
Chris, what they need to do is take the specific actions that'll bring certainty back for American business owners and investors so that they can create the jobs. Everything the president has done has created uncertainty.
And what action is that?
But let me just interject here, because Chris, the president, you know, gave us a thumbnail sketch of his plan yesterday. He talked about how he wants to extend the payroll tax cuts that he approved. He wants to sorry, getting something in my ear.
$12 a week.
No. He wants to have more infrastructure investment akin to another stimulus. He wants to encourage more free trade. How is he going to get through? I mean, maybe an extension of the payroll tax. How is that going to create more jobs than it's already created? And the more infrastructure spending? We've already had that.
Megan, we need more infrastructure spending. The last stimulus was too small. It should have been double or triple the size and had less tax cuts to it.
My God.
But this Congress is not going to pass anything that will help the economy because they want the president to fail, even if it means America suffers as a result. These guys only care about politics, and they do not care about helping the country.
Lars, is there a risk that if the president proposes this infrastructure stimulus plan and an extension of the payroll tax cut to Congress and they don't approve it, that the American people will side with him and not the GOP when we come around to 2012?
I hope not, because that delay in the payroll tax, #1, Social Security is going broke. And that payroll tax, if you do the math on it, after taxes works out to about $12 a week, about $12 a week for the average worker. Secondly, if it was really about building infrastructure.
The Bush tax cuts is less than that.
Chris, please let
Bush
me
tax
finish.
cut's less than
If it was
that.
about infrastructure, $830 billion for that stimulus plan, and of that, $30 billion was actually spent on roads, highways, bridges, and airports. So, Chris, if it was about infrastructure,
You're right.
they spent a
You're
tiny
right about
fraction
that.
of the first stimulus
We-
on that.
we
Well,
spend
so
too
the
much
idea isn't to
on
borrow more
tax
money
cuts
from
in the
China
first
to
stimulus.
spend on roads.
All right, guys, I got to leave it at that, although clearly there's more to be said. Gentlemen, thank you so
There is
much.
a lot more to be said.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us.